Welcome to Shanrae's Indie Artist Panel, where she elaborates on all of the matters pertaining to the music game of independent artists with current information so you can stay on target. Independent artists gotta work the hardest. No big machine backing, you need to know the market. And that's where Shanrae come in at, to pass on to you and you, her knowledge. Welcome to Shanrae's Indie Artist Panel. 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 Welcome. Yeah.
These secrets are hurting me, and I don't know who can I run to. These secrets are overtaking me, and who can I turn to? These secrets are way too much for me, and my life's not what it appears to be. My smile blur the view, and my reality seems livable. But these secrets have been hurting me, and that's my reality. Smiling always, always smiling, but deep down inside I'm crying. Lying deep inside, I'm still lying in the skies, but I'm still smiling. Don't wanna show the truth. I gotta be strong, gotta hold on. But deep down inside, these secrets are tearing me down. These secrets are hurting me, and I don't know who can I run to. These secrets are overtaking me, and who can I turn to? These secrets are way too much for me, and my life's not what it appears to be. My smiles and drive have blurred the view, and my reality seems livable. But these secrets have been hurting me, and that's my reality. From the outside looking in, it seems like I have everything. But if they only knew my life stage, and I'm the glue. After years of hoping and wishing, and all these years of fixing and propping, but deep down inside, these secrets are tearing me down. At some point, I started to see the people who were closest to me were just using me.
Whew. I'm trying to drop this last bit of baby weight. He's in college, so I feel like now's the time, you know?
Yay! Oh my goodness. And welcome to Shanrae's January 2025 Indie Artist Panel. Yay! And I am so excited because this quarter of 2025, which is the first quarter, is this is a comedian that we're having on this month. And so our topic is called The Comedian's Journey. And we have right here Miss Jaz Adair herself, comedian extraordinaire from New York City. Amen. Jasmine, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
I'm Jaz Adair, New York City all day. And I'm here and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for being a guest on Shanrae's Indie Artist Panel. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes. So before we get started, y'all know I love to show visuals as we're going along. She's so photogenic. So we're gonna be panning in and out. I tell you, look at this picture here, Miss Diva herself. She's not only funny, but she is beautiful. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I'm going to get to the questions, but I want to go on and show some of your pictures that I actually snatched. Again, this is comedian Jaz Adair from New York. What part of New York?
Queens, the borough of Queens.
Okay. What part of Queens? Because y'all know I'm a New Yorker too.
So I'm what you would consider the north side of Queens. And I've been living here, honestly, over 35 years in this area. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. Y'all know I'm from Rockaway, Queens. All
Yes.
day. Far Rock. That's right. That's right. So before we really dive into it, guys, Jasmine is my cousin. And I wanted to let y'all know this is my one of my younger cousins, Jasmine. And we had to have her on because the doors of opportunity are busting wide open for her. Talent, we have a very talented family. And we have talent that runs through all kinds of ways through our family, not only singers and musicians and actors and actresses. We have comedians as well. We have, just an assortment of talent.
Yep.
And so Jasmine is my younger cousin on my mother's side of the family. Yes. Yes. Jasmine, would you like to share how we're related?
Well, my daddy and my cousins, and it's so funny because I started my comedy career on Aunt Lil's birthday, April 30th.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It was Aunt Lil's birthday?
April 30th. Yep, 2022.
Oh my goodness.
And your grandpa and my grandma are siblings.
Yes.
That was baby brother.
Right. Aunt Lil is older than grandpa. And she would always tell me, oh, he was so bad.
Uncle Jay.
Oh, he was so bad.
And like them stories. I used to love sitting and hearing them talk.
Yep. Oh my God. I loved it. Yes. She would always tell me, ooh, Cherie. My, family calls me by my middle name, Cherie. But y'all know my first name is Shanrae. My first legal name is Shanrae. My business name is Shanrae. But Aunt Lil would say, Cherie, ooh, your grandfather was so bad. And I would look at her and say, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And they kept that relationship and that energy until their last days. And it's so beautiful to see that because we see them one way.
Right.
Always the big sister and the baby brother.
And I love that. I mean, if they felt like they had something to say that would help, I never once saw Grandpa ever, get puffed up or upset or anything. He would always say, yes, okay, yeah, all right, sister, yes.
Yeah.
Or Uncle Joe, his brother, his older brother.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, brother. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
It's like they were the only ones that actually could do that to him.
Yeah.
And he would listen.
A sight to see.
It was. You talk about a strong family. So Jasmine is my cousin, guys. Let me keep showing some of these pictures before we get into the questions and everything. But yes, look at this, Jasmine.
I love those pictures.
Oh my goodness. Can you tell the audience where you were when you took these pictures?
Well,
if you can.
The one on the bottom, that's Lunel. And I consider her, she may not know this. I consider her my honorary comedy godmother, along with a few other experienced comedians. And at the top there, that's me and Loretta Devine.
Yes.
And that's another one who's just such a force. And such a beautiful spirit.
Oh, and to hear that, y'all know that I have a lot of experience, and I know a lot of people in the singing part of the industry, but she's hitting the heavy. Jasmine is hitting these heavy hitters in the comedy. Now, can you explain about these two here?
So this is Erica Alexander at the bottom.
Maxine.
And yes, Maxine, cousin Pam, cousin Pam.
Yes, cousin Pam. Yeah.
And another one who poured into me something fierce. And at the top, that's me and Cree Summer. So,
it's a different world.
Yes, Cree Summer. That's and when I say these women, to be in their presence, you always leave feeling fulfilled.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Even watching old episodes, I feel fulfilled, by their earlier work, of course their work now.
Right.
Just amazing women.
Right. And then I love the fact that they're stars, but they're not starras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're approachable. Yeah. They're approachable. They how they reach, they don't mind wrapping their arms around up and coming comedians / actresses and all of that, and actors, because again, they remember how it was when they first got started, and you can see how humble they are. So how you can see the pictures, how they wrap their arms around you. I want to move to this next one here. Look at them. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So that's Kim Whitley on the left.
Yeah.
Right. Octavia. So yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Miss Octavia.
Yes.
Oh.
Glow.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
They float. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I mean, Octavia is she's popping on everything right about now. Oh my gosh. And for her, this is such an honor and such a blessing. I'm enjoying the fact that once again, they came and they wrapped their arms around you. Yeah. They I know they poured into you. I know they did. Yeah, so what an honor. I'm gonna show this one right before we get started with our topic. And so this is her superstar right here. Would you like this?
That is. Oh, that's right there. That's my man.
That's Jasmine superstar. I know that's right.
That's my
and
man.
Her support system.
Yeah. And that's at the wedding. We were recently at a wedding.
Okay.
And that's actually where I got to meet, most of these beautiful women.
Beautiful.
So shout out to the hubby looking scrumptious in that shot.
That's her support system right there, because Jasmine, how many children do you all have together?
We have 3 children. Yes. 11, 9, and 3. So.
Oh. I like the way you spaced it out, though.
Woo! That was God. That was God space.
11, 9, and 3. Oh my! And I'm laughing because I remember when Jasmine got pregnant with this last one, she was working hard towards her hot summer body. Then she told the family she was expecting a baby. She was so mad.
You know what's funny too, cuz? You know what is so funny? Like, I was just as shocked.
Yes, you was.
I told that nurse, you need to run that pee again. I need a manager. I need a manager in here. Who's your manager? I want to speak to the manager.
We was so bad. We was on our quarterly family Zoom and she had to announce, because we see all of the posts and everything, because our family is all over California. We're everywhere, the South. So we was on our quarterly family Zoom, and we have been seeing her for months. She was getting ready too for her hot girl summer.
You couldn't.
She was getting, I mean, she was doing it. And then when she got on the family Zoom, I think this one was in June. And she said, I'm pregnant.
They say if you want to tell God your plan.
Oh, Jasmine, we was in tears. We said, well, you're right. God showed you was not going to have no hot girl summer.
Where?
Oh my God. It was we said, well, she's gonna have a beautiful baby.
And I sure enough did. She is such a joy. She is such a, and that baby was born like I'm 40. Like, I was like, God.
It's all right. That's okay. Look, she here.
She here now.
She here. She's here, and she was supposed to be. So
and she said she supposed to be.
Listen, he had to slow you down from your hot girl summer.
And even now, like now, tackling my career and trying to make it happen, it's like, listen, I have to stay grounded. I have to remain humble, because show, I walk in that door. She's 3. Like, you better answer this fake phone.
Yeah.
And remember time and do what you got to do, Mom.
That's right. You're balancing your career, your marriage, your family, and your job. Because I know you work too. And your job. All of this, you're wearing all these different hats. But even with all this going on, I'm moving to this. Listen, God has still been opening doors for you. Look at that. Booked. She's a booked comedian, guys. She's booked. Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed.
She is booked. I'm telling you, getting booked. She's been booked and getting booked, and these doors are still open. And look at that. I'm just loving this. She's going, and she is, and I guess taking whatever's going on that's happened in her life and things that or whatever happens, she doing it, but she's booked, and God is opening these doors for her and everything. So we are going to move on with our topic, because we can just laugh and talk, because Jasmine she is so funny. We can laugh and talk all day. I want to jump on in with these topics. Look at this. I love this here. Where was this at? With this picture with you and Leslie.
That's at Caroline's, I want to say, the legendary Caroline's Comedy Club. It closed down at the end of 2022, but it was open for a while and ran for a while, and it was a dream of mine to perform there, and I got to perform there a few months before it closed its doors.
This is the famous Caroline's. You said it, but it got closed down.
Yeah, Caroline's closed its doors after being open, I want to say over 20, 30 something years, it feels like. I remember going there the first time I was there at Caroline's. I was a child, and I watched Dave Chappelle, who was also like a teenager. I was a child. He was and I remember thinking, man, like, oh, I want to do this. This is what I want to do, and I want to do it on this stage. And I got that happen for myself. So. Yes.
So I'm so glad that you were blessed to be able a place that you went as a child, you were able to do comedy there, like you said, before they closed them doors. Yeah. Excuse me. So with that being said, what is a comedian to you?
Well, to me, it's an entertainer, and we could remove you from like wherever you are and invite you to see things differently. We get even your humor rising up. You know what I mean? Like, you find and try to like leave our people better than we found them. You know, like you're gonna leave me feeling better than you came, and that's what I want.
I like that. That's a good answer. Good answer. That's
Thank
right.
you.
I agree with you. So how did you know that you were a comedian? Can you tell us, tell the viewing audience that?
I'd say since childhood, early childhood. Like, I get like antsy in my stomach, like just making people laugh and seeing people laugh. I was like, oh, I love this feeling. If I could make somebody smile, it's like my job is done, and my heart feels full from that. You know, bringing somebody out of a state of, you know, not smiling, and you get that smile, that energy shift does so much.
Right. I like that. And I'm just listening to the comparison because a gift is a gift is a gift. And so your gift is to make people laugh. My gift is singing, and that makes people feel different type of songs make you feel different type of ways. I like to sing. I'm a gospel singer from that's from birth, a gospel artist singer. So my music that I bring forth is very inspirational and motivational. So you're gonna feel God when I'm, you know.
And you're a powerhouse, and you're like the voices this family has, the pipes.
I'm telling you, and so you're gonna feel a connection with God when I sing. But when you speak, people, they just feel better. They just laugh, and like you said, they feel so joy and merry and all of that. Going into question number 3. So, did you go to school to learn how to be a comedian? And can somebody actually go to school to become a comedian?
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can.
Okay.
Where I did not. This is in me. Life is my school.
Yes.
Earth is my school. Being in this Black woman body is my school.
I know that's right. Yes.
Let's make it plain. Let's make it plain.
Right. Okay. So it was natural. You're a natural born comedian.
Yeah. The school,
and that's it. Yes. And okay. Right. I'm sure they do. I never thought about that until the question came up. I'm sure you can go to school to become a comedian. Hey.
I'm sure it's somewhere. I don't know the name of it because my school is Earth, and this is where I've been learning all of my lessons. So
you're right. You're right. Your life has brought out the comedy. I like how whatever, if it was a negative situation, you turned it into something joyous and funny. You know.
Yes.
Like you mentioned earlier, childbirth.
Childbirth has been definitely a school. Motherhood is one of the craziest hoods I've ever lived in. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It has its beautiful parts, but it's crazy. So
yeah,
motherhood is like the Bronx. Like
yes. You have 3 different personalities that you really are trying to develop and shape, and so yeah, you're right. And I love that you're making light of it by bringing in comedy, which I know your children are probably hilarious as well.
Yes, they are. They are a class of their own.
That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. I'll tell you. So I'm going to move on to the next question. And it says, how long have you been an active comedian?
Well, my first show, like I said, was April 30th. And that was in 2022. So this year makes 3 years that I've actively been doing it, like hitting it on the head.
Wow.
You know.
And let me tell you something. The doors that are opening for you, they're opening so fast. Like you said, you started in 2022. So you started right after the pandemic.
Yep.
Yep. And look at this. And you've already been able to be in the same places, in the same room as, like we said, Octavia and Miss Loretta and Maxine. I call her Maxine from, it's a living single.
Yep.
And the different people. This is awesome, guys. Let me tell you something. If it's in you, if God is putting in you to do it, because you don't know what doors are waiting for you to walk through them. And and Jasmine is a living testament of this right now. Since 2022 actively started, and she's booked, y'all. She's booked. Okay, y'all must show it again. She's booked. Oh my goodness. So let's move to the next one. How did you get into the field of being an active book comedian? I know we said a little bit earlier.
Like, I just put myself out there. I have a lot of friends who are comedians, a lot of friends who are promoters, and I started off with one show that snowballed into the next show. Then people see you and they're like, can you do my show? I'm like, sure. Or, hey, I got a few minutes on this night. Can you pop out? Sure. And when the material's good, they're coming for you.
Yes.
Like, social media, put your stuff out there. Like, just do it. Do it scared. Do it anxious. Do it happy. Do it sad. Just do it.
I like that. Do it anxious. Do it scared. Do it happy. That's right.
Just get it done.
But get it done. And again, because we don't know what doors is waiting for us if we don't do it. If we don't do it. And this is awesome. I am so excited, guys. So how can a person get into this field? And you already hit on it. And I'm gonna before you even answer this, you live in New York.
Yep.
You don't live on the outskirts of New York.
No.
You live in New York, in the city part.
Yes.
And because I'm from New York, I know it's not that easy. It's not, what I'm saying is it's not that easy to get what I'm saying, how you are. Because in New York, because when I migrated to other states, we have so much talent in New York.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if this was your time to do this in New York and you started popping off like this, if she can do this living in New York, guys, wherever you are.
That's a word right there. If I could do it in New York.
Living in New York, and again, we know.
Personality, and everyone's oozing with something up your sleeve. And like New York, everybody do something here.
New York is a big melting pot full of, serious talent. I mean, you can see some of the best dances on almost every corner in New York. When I moved down south, I was like, okay. I said, I thought that, and I'm not being racist, but I'm like, I've never seen so many of us with no rhythm. They can't dance because I grew up in New York. So you can go to every corner, and I'm telling you, these people, they dance, they rapping, they singing, all kinds of talent it seems like on every corner in New York. So the city is big. You got Queens, you got Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. You got all kinds of, and we're not even talking about Long Island and Jersey. We have so much talent there. So for the fact that you started in 2022 and them doors is just flying open like that.
Yeah.
If she can do this in New York, guys, if you live in Kalamazoo,
you can do it.
You can go and start doing some open mics and pop off and be that star right where you are, and then start moving from there. I'm telling you, don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. I'm going to show this again. Okay, so how can a person get into this field of being a comedian?
Hit your open mics. Reach out to experienced comedians. Reach out to the people right next to you. You don't always have to work up. Sometimes it's about just, talking to your friends, talking to people. Do wedding, bar mitzvahs, baby showers. Get on the mic. Get on the mic with your material. See what sticks. See what doesn't stick. And start, don't be so either afraid or prideful that you can't jump in the DM and say, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. Do you got a few minutes on stage? Hit these promoters up. They're always looking for new people. And you know what? Try out different things. Not everything you try is going to be for you. Not every audience is for you. Get in your lane and floor it.
Yes. I like that. I like that. Yes. And you're right. You do have to try out each audience. From a singer standpoint, I remember I was on, I think, a cruise, and they had a karaoke. And I know people always automatically assume when you're a singer, oh, you're gonna go everywhere you go, you're gonna sing. That's not true. That's not me. That's not me at all. If I'm wherever I'm going, I'm low key. I'm going to enjoy everything else and keep it moving. And so I was kind of coerced into getting on the karaoke mic, and I got up. I think that was the first time I ever did karaoke. And I sang a song, but what I did not do is I did not access the audience, and that was a learning lesson for me. So I sang a song that I was familiar with, I was comfortable with, but the audience, it wasn't a global song. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a universal global song that I should have sang "Start Spreading the News." I should have did something like that, you know, or I should have did something like that. I'm telling you, and they would have just went up with that song. But I think I sang "I'm every woman, it's all in me." I did something like that, and that's what I did. Yeah. And I mean, I sang the song, but I didn't assess the audience.
You got to know. That's what any performing, any type of performing, whether you're dancing, whether you're singing, whether it's comedy, no matter what it is, know who you're in front of. If you're blessed to know who you're in front of, you can't lose.
Right, there you go.
Now, if you go in blind, that's differently. But if you got a little knowledge of who you're about to be in front of,
that's right. That's right. I'm telling you. So, and like I said, that was a valuable lesson for me as a singer. I sang something that was comfortable, familiar for me. Yeah. But I should have assessed that audience and broke out, "It's up to you." I should have did something like that. I should have did none of that. It was a Frank Sinatra, Bob Dylan, something. I should have did that. Barbara Streisand, I should have done that. And if I would have done that, they would have been like, because they can relate, like you said, they can relate. Yeah. Right. So you want to make sure that we connect, whichever way our talent is.
The connect is what you need. I should say, yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So what you said was so golden. That was so golden what you said. And another thing before we move on to the next question, don't be afraid to fail.
That's another thing. A lot of people don't do it because they're afraid to fail. So I'm like, fail better next time. That's all.
Yes. Fail better next time. Everybody don't get it 100%. You know what? I was so proud of Eddie Murphy. We feel like the whole world knows who Eddie Murphy is. We feel like the whole world should know who he is. But we have to remember, we come from, my generation, I'm so many years older than you. So I'm the generation above Jazz. And so each generation, like my kids, they know Eddie Murphy because of me and their dad. But a lot of their friends who they grew up with, they don't know who Eddie Murphy or anyone is.
They're not delirious. They're not.
And so when he came back on SNL, and he did that after all of them years of being retired, we saw where he had to start building up his funny again. Yeah. And he just laughed at his own self that night. Yeah. He did, I'm glad that he didn't stop and go back into retirement. He kept going. Yeah. And you see what's happening. Yeah. So, right. He wasn't afraid. Look at what Mike Tyson. I was like, I wish these people would stop. Okay. He went and he got back in the ring. Yeah. He got back in that ring not too long ago. He's not the 20-year-old Mike Tyson. This man is almost 60.
He's not.
But I don't know nobody his age in our age bracket.
But he outside.
That's what I'm saying. And I can say because Mike Tyson is in my age bracket. So I don't know too many people in our age bracket that's willing to get into anybody ring.
There you go.
He still look good. He's still strong.
Yep.
Okay, but he did. It might have looked like he's building it back up again. He's building it back up. Yeah. They said, "Will you do it again?" He said, "Yup, absolutely."
And I believe he will. Why not?
Yeah, I liked what he did personally because he doesn't mind passing the baton onto these younger boys.
Yes.
And you see like Miss Loretta and then what they do, they're still active, but they don't mind passing on wisdom nuggets to you, to the up and coming and everything. This will always be spoken of as doors continue to open for you. You'll always be able to say, "Look what they did. They reached and they just embraced me at the beginning of my career, and they loved on me and they encouraged me and gave me everything that I need. And then now looking where I am now, and I can sit there and truthfully say, they didn't shoot me down. They didn't discourage me. They told me they gave me a push."
Yep. Because when you go to the ones who know who they are, they don't feel no way about pushing you and encouraging you to do you. And that's the same thing I do with people who I work with. I'm gonna push you.
Yes.
And my mentors, they gonna push me. And my mentors have somebody pushing them.
That's right. And that's what it's about. That's why I have 5 different platforms. That's why I do this. My indie artist panel for education purposes. My indie artist music showcase to highlight up and coming indies artists and artists that will eventually move over to mainstream. I have my counsel today with Shanrae because y'all know I'm a degree counselor. And then I have different, go on from there. And then my own personal artistry. I push my artists, my music as well, but that's what it's about. That's what it's about. I tell you. So what are the cons of being a comedian?
I think some of the cons are just not being home, like for certain things. Like I miss sometimes recitals for the children. I miss just little things like games or band rehearsals, and it's things like that bother me the most. Anything else I don't mind missing, but when it comes down to my babies, I try not to miss a thing. Right. And sometimes you can't help it, and sometimes it is, and you gotta show up and do your job. So you do. Yeah.
But that's okay because your babies know that you're supportive. They know that mom is there for them. Yeah. And I know they're rooting you on for what you're doing.
Yes, and I'm on that FaceTime, on that WhatsApp. And I got a really great tribe. Like they're at everything. Anything I cannot be at, my tribe is pulling up with the recordings. And my phone start pinging, and I can watch my babies, and maybe not in real time, but I get to watch it.
Yes.
That support my mama, my mother-in-law, my husband.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a blessing.
The walk it's not me alone. Like when I'm walking in, trust me, even I can feel the ancestors on me when I walk into places, and I just know everything's just fine because the giants I'm walking with, they don't play. So
that's right.
I'm truly.
What are the advantages of being a comedian? The pros? Can you let us know?
Well, one of the major pros for me is joy. I get to give it, I get to receive it, and it's contagious. So it's like the joy that I'm getting is watching everybody in the audience like putting their head back and laughing, or like when people like can't catch their breath and then like the audience start chatting because like they can relate to the things I'm speaking on. Those are the advantages right there. Spending nights out with your fellow comedians or just people who come out every time to see you, like they're genuinely purchasing their ticket because they enjoy sharing space with you, sharing time.
Yeah.
The things money can't buy, that's the advantages out here. The time, I'm not getting it back, they're not getting it back, but we agree, we here tonight.
I love it. I'm going to show this picture again. Can you tell the viewing audience a little bit about this picture here? I like this.
Okay, that is me and my comedian friend Fudge. And we have a new series out. And this series is showing marriage and careers and children like no one has done in a long time.
Okay, so when will we be able to watch the series?
The series is up on YouTube. Yep, it's Black Love Show on Instagram, blacklove.show, and it's up. The channel's up on YouTube. And the fun part about this is there's really no acting involved. We're really two African American people. He's married. He's been with his wife Michelle for quite some time now. I've been married for over 10 years now, and it's like we're not even really we don't have to act. All we have to do is really just be and tell our stories. So it's really nice, and it has nothing to do with drugs or infidelity or violence or the struggle of being Black. It's none of that. It's just Black folks existing in the space and time that they're in and making the best of it.
Okay, so can you tell us again where we can view Black Love with you and your fellow comedian Fudge?
Yes, Black Love on YouTube. And the episodes will be rolling out. We have about 2 up now. And yeah, the views are coming in. Like when I had first pitched it, it was so funny, the energy we were getting back, but it's nothing like the culture. It's nothing like our culture, and it's well received, and I'm really excited about this project. I really am. I've known Fudge since 2000, and he's hilarious, and we happen to be born on the same day, same year.
Okay.
The homies, like that is the homie prayer warrior, the somebody who's in my corner who always told me, when are you gonna get this popping? Like, when you gonna get on stage? Like, what are you waiting for?
Oh my God. Yeah, see, that's what we need. We need that in our artistry. We need that truth right there in artistry. Because unfortunately a lot of people experience the opposite there, that cutthroat stuff. But when you have that for real person that's in your corner and they're doing a similar, not the same, but similar field as you, that's soulful music.
Yeah. And it takes off.
That's a blessing.
It truly is a blessing. We've been talking about doing this series for years. And it's shot by Sean Jones of Soul Industry Productions, another good friend of mine, another prayer warrior. And it's like, I'm glad I took the time to do it. Sometimes it's hard to slow down and do your job, but you gotta apply yourself, because nothing like hitting that finish line and saying I coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right. And again, we gonna say it again, there's doors that's waiting for you to walk through them.
Yeah.
So you'll never get to walk through those doors if you don't do it, if you don't get up and make the effort.
And another thing too, don't get discouraged when the door doesn't open. Keep praising him in the hallway, because that's when God shows up. When you could give a praise when them doors are being slammed and them doors are locked.
Yep.
When it's your turn, the doors are open, it's the same on the other side. The energy is tenfold.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Keep going. Or you only one yes away.
That's right.
One yes away.
That's right. I tell you, it's been times, and I say this across each of my my platforms. I was seriously contemplating. It's been for the last 2-3 years. Seriously contemplating just retiring, hanging it up with everything, music, everything. And every time I go to just shut it down, somebody is contacting me out of the blue, a radio CEO.
You can't run. Bless your heart for trying to run from it. Bless your heart.
I'm not running. What I was saying is I was retiring. I was retiring.
No, you ain't.
Well, that's what keeps happening. Every time I said I'm going to just stop and retire and just, and God will send a radio CEO talking about, we want to interview you. What is your next project coming out? We watching your indie artist platforms. We're watching this, and what do you mean you're not going to be doing this anymore? And do you realize how many people you're helping, and then I'm like, oh, so you're right. I may not be on mainstream television or anything like that, but one thing I'm grateful for is that you can press a button, YouTube, and you can see every show, every content with different wonderful artists on it. My panels where you see so many different artists in their different forms of artistry and what they're doing and how they're moving on their journey and different things like that. So, you know, like Jaz said, listen, if that door that you think is supposed to open for you, if it ain't open, you keep on doing it in the hallway. Keep praising them in the hall. Keep doing it right where you are. Take me for granted. I've been on great stages with great people for a number of years. The only one I ain't worked with is Beyonce. I ain't worked with her yet. I said yet. I said yet.
Because you're outside.
I said yet with her, but I'm telling you, you can name them. I've been blessed to work with them. Yes. You know, and there's a lot of footage. There's people, and I'm so grateful for. I call them my fan friends, or my fan, my fan friends. That's what I call them, because they'll send me footage. I don't even know how they got footage. The footage of me in Germany, overseas, singing on stage, and so, you know, yes, I was singing behind Miss Butterfly herself. Y'all know who she is. I was singing behind her and a lot of other people, but my sister and I were doing the halftime shows. People have footage of that where
I remember those days.
Yes, where we was doing halftime shows in between with that. The Price sisters was out there hitting it, you know, and stuff. And so I thank God. And people are sending me footage of different things, and I'm like, how did they get that? Oh my God, how did they get that interview?
You'd be surprised what's out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So guys, listen. Just keep going, like Jaz said. Keep going. It's very important. We're going to move on to this next question. All right. So tell us some of the opportunities that you gave us, the opportunities that you have, that you're starting with the Black Love series on YouTube and Instagram. Can you give us some more opportunities that are opening up for you as a comedian?
I get to travel. I haven't traveled in my life this much until I started performing.
That's good.
And it's great. It's great. And just even the local things, even Caroline's legendary stage, wanted to do it, got to do it with the Spin the Block comedy show. There's a comedian named Fun Size Fen, and he puts on a show called Spin the Block. And Spin the Block is when he spins the block and picks up his friends who either want to try it or have been trying it. He gives them stages, given opportunities when he's out here still getting it himself, but he takes the time to reach back and pull back somebody and lift them up. So Spin the Block comedy put me on at Caroline's. That was here in NY. Hollywood Improv and out in Cali. I've been on that stage for the Spin the Block. Like I'm on these planes. I'm in airports now. Like I'm out here, and it's like I'm at these numerous events. I'm speaking, and whether it's comedy or people just want me to speak, it's like it's something I thought I would have never done, and I'm glad I bet on me. I'm glad I took the chance.
I'm so glad you did too.
I'm glad I did it. Like I could have really not have done it and been that housewife or just been home and working my city job. No, but you gotta have what you do, to pay your bills and stuff. But you gotta have something for you too. I've been given, and it's a great opportunity, and I'm biting at it every day.
Yes. Look at that, and you said some words of wisdom. Yes, most of us who are gifted and talented, we still have to work secular jobs because we have to pay our bills. We have to take care of our children. We have to take care of our families. And, once upon a time, years ago, and I love what Leslie Leslie, oh my God, what's Leslie's last name? Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Leslie Jones, I will never forget. She was on Hoda and Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
And it was a question posed to her, you know, that she was a starving, homeless comedian, and it took you years to get to this status, and the question was posed, you know, you was homeless and you was starving, and Leslie looked and said, people don't do that anymore. She said, I had a secular job. I worked, I wasn't homeless and I wasn't starving. She said I was working a secular job and doing that in the evening.
There you go.
And you know, so when you, I know it used to bother me when I would hear singers who were coming up the pipe saying that they was living in their cars and stuff like that, and I'm like, why?
Yep.
Why? Because it doesn't take away from our talent, but we have got to be practical.
Yeah.
We've got to be practical. Listen. Yeah. Until our gifts and talents are making the money that we need to live, we still have to do that secular job and then do this around it. And
yep.
And you're doing it the same way I was doing it with my children, raising them, traveling, doing that, singing and stuff like that. I was blessed because I was blessed to be able to travel with mainstream. So that gave the income. But when that shifted for me, I remember coming off that Bad Boy tour with Puffy and them.
Yeah.
Came up one day, next day called the temp agency. Hello, you got an assignment for me?
What we do?
Guess what? That check was gonna be used up for the bills, and I needed something else to come through.
Coming back.
You gotta do what you gotta do until whatever our gifts and talents are is able to fully finance our lives and our family and stuff, you know. And so I love what you do because you're balancing, you're juggling so much, not just your gifts, right, as a comedian, but you're a wife, you're a mom, you are an employee at your job, and you're your friend, your sister, all of this, you're juggling this, but look how it's happening.
Yep.
You're still able to do it. You're not missing a beat. Nope. You got your support systems, and God is steadily opening these doors. And like you said, whichever ones is not opening is not the ones that are not meant for you to go through right now.
That ain't your door, and that's okay.
I'm telling you, and how it's happening so quick. You started in 2022, guys. She started in 2022. We're at the top of 2025, January. And look at, you've seen the pictures on here yourself. You've seen for yourself how, because she made the steps towards this, how the doors are opening for her. And now she's able to share her gift of comedy with the world that she's encountering, because the world is a big place. So everywhere she goes, this is a different part of the world that she's impacting. And guys, if Jazz can do it, you can do it. Those that are natural born comedians, those that I guess went to school to become a comedian. I believe that there's a school for everything.
If you spent that time learning it, you might as well put it to use.
You better. I'm telling you. So just like Jazz, tell them again how you got started. Tell them again.
Yeah, I hit these open mics. I took that chance. I bet on me. You got a little time for me on stage? Thank you. 5 minutes, no problem. 10 minutes, no problem. Now it's more like 20 minutes, Jazz. Okay. Now
that's a nice set. 20-minute set. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's out here, like when your material's good, because there's nobody out here being you.
Right.
And the last thing you want to do is deprive us of you. Don't let the gift be in there and you depriving us of the gift. How dare you? That's selfish.
Yeah, and another thing, guys, please do not look at who all is in the audience. If it's 2 people in the audience, make them laugh.
There you go.
Me, that's been my listen. I'm more comfortable when there's less people in the audience.
Oh,
because I could be more intimate.
An intimate room? Oh. Don't let me have my lashes on and my makeup on.
Girl. Baby, because I can pull my little seat out. We can sit down. I'll sit there with my mic and we just and we talk and we singing and I'm talking to you and whatever and flowing that way. I like an intimate setting.
Me too.
I understand that that's what Prince did before he passed. He would just do intimate settings.
Yes.
And so he can have more interaction with the people that's in the room. And just, instead of I'm saying it again. Don't get caught up with how many people are in the audience. If it's 1, 2, you don't know who that 1 or 2 person may be. Do it.
Yep.
Do it. Mm-hmm. I am so proud of my baby cousin. This is my cousin Jaz, guys. And y'all are going to be seeing and hearing more of Jaz Adair. Jaz, can you tell the audience how they can find you on social media?
So that would be Jaz_Adair on Instagram. And on YouTube, I'm Judy Jetson 718. And Black Love, search it on YouTube. It's there as well. BLAKLUV.
I can't wait. I gotta see this. Yeah. And for those that are interested in booking you, how can they contact you?
They could hit me on Instagram, or they could hit my email, roxyheart718@gmail. But it's 123 on Instagram. Hit me up, call me. I do events. I'm awesome.
All right, guys, y'all heard it from Jaz herself. Look at her. I love this picture. Thank you so much, comedian Jaz Adair, for being my guest on my January 2025 Indie Artist Panel guest, guys. And again, our topic for this month was a comedian's journey. And Miss Jaz Adair, she gave you just a mouthful of her journey and how things are just popping and going for her. Jaz, is there anything else you want to say to the viewing audience on this evening?
I want to thank you for this opportunity. This was another great opportunity for me. So let's remember that. And I appreciate you and even the people watching. I appreciate you. This has been a blessing, and I'm glad we took the time to do this. And to anyone wanting to take this step or whatever your step may be, take that step. That first step, all you got to do is take that first step.
That's right.
And love to you all.
Well, thank you all for watching, guys. And follow Jaz Adair on Instagram. You can go back and find her information, or YouTube. And then also look out for her series Black Love on YouTube as well. And look out, because I'm telling you, she's a comedian on the rise. Y'all gonna see her in multiple areas, even starting acting. You're gonna see her acting as well.
Yes.
Have a wonderful rest of January. Happy Valentine's Day. And I will see you all the second quarter, April 2025, with a new guest, a new panelist. All right. Good night, everybody.
I'm Jaz_Adair. Carolines, y'all been good to me. I thank y'all.
Let me tell you a little something about me. True dynasty, a legacy. Like so many others, I didn't have a father. He died prematurely, but I always heard he was loved dearly. And I learned early how to work together. tree. This will be my way out, my way to succeed. My goal was to never repeat the struggles of my childhood poverty. My name is Shanrae Price. I'm some kind, but don't mess with me. I'll keep the shirt off my back, and if I trust you, a lifelong friend, I'll be there. My name is Shanrae Price, but don't think you can play me. I'm not smart, but it don't mean that you can take advantage of me. Plans to serve my country, well, it didn't stand, so I started working on a new plan. A 2-year degree is still a way out for me. The grants, the school money soon ran out. Couldn't stay in the school, I had to leave now. But I got hired by a star. I started traveling the world. I was singing on TV, and I was living out my dream. And then I started my family, and there was no more poverty. And I was sitting on top of the world, on top of the world. My name is Shanrae Price. I'm strong, kind, but don't mess with me. I'll keep the shirt off my back, and if I trust you, a lifelong friend, I'll be there. My name is Shanrae Price, but don't think you can play me. I'm not smart, but it don't mean that you can take advantage of me. Then it came home to an end. Seemed like my dreams were caving in. No tours, no calls, no singing with the stars. My career stopped just as fast as it started. But in the end, it all worked out for me. The best thing in life was my family. My name is Shanrae